Hey guys, welcome to another episode of LJ's Garage, and I know it's been a while since I've posted a video, and that's because it's been like 37 degrees, and guess what it is today? 37 degrees. But I decided to just embrace it and go with the stink, and here we are with a 2019 Hyundai Santa Fe. And if you're watching this and you're like, man, I'm one of those people that aren't a fan of Hyundai, well, guess what? Hyundai isn't the same Hyundai that it used to be, and I want to show you guys why this car right here is worth your time and money. So a base Santa Fe starts at $24,000, which is actually a good price for all that you get with this car. And as far as the size goes, it sits between a small SUV and a mid-size, so it's somewhere right in between. It fits that sweet spot. And this actually does come with the option to get the XL Santa Fe, which is a third row seating option, and it's a little bit more room, actually a lot more room. And so if you're interested in that, that option is available. I love what Hyundai's done with this redesign. The front grille is nice and aggressive. It's kind of what a lot of cars are moving towards in the industry. Ignore the ugly tires, but you get 17, 18s, or 19s depending on which trim option you select. On this specific model, you get LED headlights and LED fog lights. Nice addition. On the upgraded models, you actually get the keyless entry and all of that. As for the rear end of the car, it looks a lot like the last generation, which I'm not upset about. I actually love the rear end more than I like the front end. And again, you get LED taillights. That's a nice touch. This one doesn't have the power rear hatch, but on the upgraded models, you can actually get this where it's automatic. You push a button and it does what it needs to do. There's lots of storage compartments. You've got your jack, you've got a user manual. Then as well, you've got all these extra storage compartments for, you know, kids' toys, soccer balls, whatever you might be able to fit in there. And if you're one of those parents that just needs a place to take a nap when your kids are at practice, there's plenty of room in the rear. An additional feature on some of the upgraded models is you actually get the option to have a button back here where you can lower these back seats. So as you can see in the back seat, we've got plenty of space. My knees aren't touching anything, and it's nice and comfortable back here. I'd say that I could definitely go on a road trip in this car. There's not a whole lot to talk about back here. The seats are a pretty nice cloth material. As I would imagine, it's easy to take care of and keep clean. It's got cup holders back here, and you can reach over and grab things from the trunk. So pretty standard SUV affair back here. And special shout out to Doug DeMuro. I found a quirky turkey right here. On the back of this seat, there's only one little pocket, and then back here, you get no pocket. Why is that, Hyundai? So as far as the powertrain goes, you've got an 8-speed automatic, which is standard, and you either get a 2.4-liter 4-cylinder that makes 185 horsepower, or the 2-liter turbo that makes 235 horsepower. All-wheel drive is an available option. You have two options depending on what trim you get. You either have a 7 or 8-inch touchscreen, and this works really well. It's nice and responsive. You also do have the option to get GPS, but you might not need it because, again, these come with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, all of that cool stuff. You have a couple different charging options, and you've got an aux port, but on the higher end trims, you actually do get the option to get the wireless charging pad, which would be right down there. The cool thing about this car is you actually get all the safety features that Hyundai offers as standard, which means you get blind spot monitoring, lane keep, you get high beam control, and you even get what's called Smart Cruise, which actually keeps a distance when you have cruise control between the cars around you. For those of you that don't know about the high beam assist, basically what it is let's say you're driving with your high beams on, cars coming up on you, the car will detect those headlights and actually turn off your high beams and turn them right back on the minute that the car goes away. The last safety feature I want to talk about, this one's for you parents out there. Basically what it is let's say you're parallel parked or something and a car comes up from the rear. This car actually has a feature where it'll lock the doors and prevent anyone from opening the rear doors if there's a car detected that's coming up from the rear. All right, I'll get on it real quick here. All right, so it's got a little go. I like that as you're driving, everything is easily accessible. You've got these hard buttons, so you can just hit radio and go right to it. You can hit home and go right to it. Or you can control everything from the steering wheel controls. And they're pretty easy to use. Everything is right there in front of you. I also love that you can actually turn off the automatic stop start. That drives me crazy. It's not one of my favorite features, but I understand the benefits of stop start technology. Sound system's pretty good too. Definitely rock out to this. Hey. So we're getting ready to get to a turn right here, and I just kind of want to try out this lane keep here and see if it'll actually work and actually keep this car in its lane. And look at that. Look at that. Oh, well, nope, lost it. Nope, never mind. Look, now I'm gonna get pulled over and DUI sobriety tested because this car can't keep me in my lane. Damn it, Hyundai. So if you don't have lines on both sides of the road, the lane keep seems to struggle with that. So it has to be able to find the sidewalk, curb, whatever it may be, and a solid defined boundary on the other side. Otherwise, if you don't have that, the car seems to struggle a little bit. Probably shouldn't play around with this as much as I do, but oh my God, it's just kind of cool. No, don't tell me to keep my hands on the steering wheel. You're not my supervisor. Oh, look at that. The person in front of me, their bumper sticker actually says, "Do you follow Jesus this closely?" And my answer is no. Overall, I enjoyed the Santa Fe. It's loaded with a bunch of safety options. If you are looking for luxury, I would definitely go for one of the higher trims, as the base trim leaves a little bit to be desired. As for gas mileage, if you're on the highway, the Santa Fe will average about 25 to 29 miles per gallon, depending on if you get the 4-cylinder or the 4-cylinder turbo. So it's nice and cold, so it's about time for me to get back inside and hibernate. Thank you guys for checking out yet another episode of LJ's Garage, and I've got lots of cars lined up for the springtime, so be sure to stay tuned. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on the Hyundai Santa Fe, and stay tuned for a lot more awesome cars.